Good evening. My name is Frankie Kington, known as a wise entrepreneur, and my guest speaker is Bertrand. Just after Christmas, I hope you've all had a nice Christmas and looking forward to the new year. We're going to talk about our goals and what we're going to do for the new year, when we're going to do it. That's really important. Maybe what our income's going to be, what we'd like to generate. We can talk about anything, but the goals and what we're going to achieve for next year. So I'm going to speak to my good friend here, Roger, who we do on YouTube every week. He's going to tell us what his goals are and what he's going to do for the new year, and I'm looking forward to this.
Right, okay. You go on
Roger,
to
you laughing?
Right, what am I going to do for the new year? Well, okay, I'll scratch my head. What am I going to do? So I have, okay, yeah, because 2020 has been very difficult for most people. And this week, I can't deny it's been very difficult for myself too. And yes, for different reasons. Obviously the lockdown. Well, I'm not going to go into details about the lockdown. We all know it's been difficult. We all know that a lot of people lost their work, and we all know it's a pain in the bum. We all know that, so I don't need to. Okay, so I would say what I'm going to do. So I started to be more organized, definitely, trying to learn new skills and learn a lot more about YouTube and how to edit and stuff like that. Luckily enough, is that because editing for me was something like alien to me, completely alien. Yeah, using this, using that, clicking on it, clicking on that, popping this, popping that, popping the other. Yeah, all that was completely alien, including uploading a video into YouTube. That was alien. So I really had to start from scratch. Yeah, completely. Luckily enough, I am in a bubble because I lost my wife, so I live alone now. Lost my wife in February, so in February 2020, the end of it, 22nd of February. Anyway, so it was difficult. Then lockdown, bang on top of that. Luckily enough, Michael, who was coming once a week, even when Gwen was alive, he carried on with me, and at the same time, he knew about editing. So I took the opportunity of the lockdown to look more into it properly, into editing, and it's a long journey. So happy days. I can upload the visual now, not just letters and text. I can upload videos, and I'm starting to learn about putting effects on it. So I'm using this time basically to learn about something else. And then what do I want to do for 2021 is videos, personal, on my YouTube channel, Roger's Running Adventures, not to name it. Okay, to do videos with more visual appeal, because that's important. People's mind are stimulated by visuals as well. Okay, so I'm just definitely going into that more, and I find it quite exciting because there is always a little bit to learn, a little that to learn, and all the rest of it, and that kind of thing. And sound effects as well is very important. Yeah, so I am on my journey for that. Okay.
Thank you so much, Roger.
So that's one of my plans for the future. Yeah, for 2021. Starting now, basically. Yeah, I've done a video just recently. Why did I quit coffee? Type the title in and you'll find it into Google. Into the YouTube search bar. Why did I quit coffee? How I. Then second question: how did I do it, or how I did it? Yeah. Okay. Right. Right, and then anything else? Yeah, absolutely. We're doing mastermind groups with Maria Dorota Kopanowski. We have also Zoom regularly. So our week is planned Zoom-wise. It's planned all over the week. And obviously we want to take that into 2021 and then produce more, how can I say, more positive results, and with more determination than ever. Because it's been a long winter since the lockdown. To me, the winter has been since the end of February 2019 up until now. Yeah, I don't think the seasons matter really that much in lockdown in some way or another. It matters a little bit because But it was like a long winter, really, from the end of February, very long winter until now. And I think this it's going to last a bit longer. But as I say, and as we say, winter is always turning into spring. Look at the Simon curve. Is it? Is it the Simon curve? Is that the name of it?
Sigmund Curve. Sigmund Curve. Yeah.
Yeah, Simon curve, not Simon. Simon curve, yeah. And then other Buddhist.
You're saying Simon Lemon-Curd, aren't you, Roger?
Yeah, there is a thing with Simon in this country, isn't it? Simon something. Yeah. So
Thank you,
anyway,
Roger, for sharing that. Would you like to hear mine, Roger, what I have to share with you?
oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we can hear yours. Yeah.
So I'm writing my book at the moment, and I hope that it's going to be done by the end of January. So look out for it. The Wise Entrepreneur, Growing Pains. It's going to tell you a journey and how I've transformed my life and how successful I am in my life right now through transformation. And it's a journey success. It's a journey to lead you to your happiness. Remember that, guys. The first month, my book, first 3 months, I'm looking for 10 customers in mentoring and coaching. I've already designed my sales and marketing strategy by working with academies and delivering mentoring programs into academies to help people, to give them the life skills when they're leaving school, what they need and what they can learn, how to develop into successful people, entrepreneurs, business people, leaders. These are the tools that's going to help them to develop their lives when they leave school or academies. That's my first approach. Mentoring and coaching, all the importance of mentoring and coaching, ladies and gentlemen. You know how rewarding it is that we learn, not just from who we're mentoring and we're coaching, but we grow ourselves. So it's a win-win situation. A win for the school, a win for the mentee and the coachee, and a win for the mentor and the coach. That's my target in the first 3 months. That is what I'm going to do, and that is what I'm planning my marketing strategy. And it's really important, ladies and gentlemen, to plan, put down dates when you're going to achieve it. So mine will be before April the 29th, that you're going to achieve that target. Because when you do that, you're telling the universe and you're telling your subconscious mind that that is going to happen at that time and at that date. Really important to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Get your whiteboard on a billboard, even get a book or a diary and write these dates down and write down when you're going to do it, how much you want to earn. It's really important because this year has been a challenge for everybody and people have lost a lot of money. So write down what you're going to achieve in the next 3 months. Then the next 3 months, you write down your next goals, what you're going to achieve. So now I'm doing mentoring programs. I'm going to do, like I've done before, exceptional workshops and webinars. Just like what we're doing now with Roger, but we're going to do a webinar on mentoring and coaching. And these exceptional workshops as well will really help you as well to do things online, because people sometimes are used to doing things online, or people are used to doing things in a classroom. But as you know, the situation we're in, everything's going online. So I want to be really flexible what I'm going to offer people. Because we have to be flexible. Not everybody likes computers. Some people like to work in classrooms. I like to work with different people. So that's really important, guys. Plan your goals and your dates for next year and when you're going to achieve them. That's really important because you have to hold yourself accountable then to achieve them. So remember that, entrepreneurs, infopreneurs, and innerpreneurs. Dates are really important. Goals are really important. Achieving this is really important. We have to be prepared because this year has really set us up to be prepared for the next year. All the losses, what we've lost out on. We have to gain momentum and get them back into our businesses and into our careers and our professions. So remember that, ladies and gentlemen, how you prepare your goals for the new year. You determine when you're going to achieve them and how much do you want to earn. We need to know, because sometimes the universe needs to tell us, this is what you want. I'll give you that. Be clear, be straight, be precise on what you want, the goals and what you need. Important. That's where the magic happens. Roger?
Yeah. Oh, back to me. Yeah. Okay. So one of my other goals really is to, because I've been talking about it for quite a while now, it's about the French channel and the French courses. And my next goal is to identify the profile, my ideal customer or client profile for what I want to do with French. Okay, because let's not forget there is French Canadian, there's French in Belgium, French in Switzerland, French in France, obviously, that makes sense. French is Monaco. There is French. Romania is part of the Francophonie. I don't know if people know that. Romania is part of it. Then there is the French Polynesia as well, and I think it's near Australia somewhere, and all that. So it's made up of a lot of islands. I'll have to check whether they are independent now. Actually, I'll check that after this video on Google because they voted for independence. So whether they voted yes or to stay with France, I don't know. But French Polynesia, and then we got many rocks all over the world. So actually the French, yeah, we got many rocks, many islands. And I would like to give a fact actually, a fact that people don't know, which is the country with the most time zone, right? If I had been, if I had been asked that in a quiz show, I would have probably go for some country like China, maybe Russia, and it's not. Guess what? It's France.
Wow.
It is actually France, yeah, because we are spread out. We are spread out all over the world with all these former colonies, or I don't like the word colonies. It sounds cruel, isn't it? But
the French, I think the French are nosy parkies. They're always nosy in different countries.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, because let's not forget. Yeah, let's not forget, for example, when we speak to April in Chicago, she's 6 hours on the Sunday evening. She's 6 hours behind us. But we have Guyana, French Guyana. They have a border with Brazil. They have a border with the Netherlands, with the Holland Guyana. They have a Guyana there as well. So it's on the main continent. And then we've got French Guyana. Then we've got French Guadeloupe in the ocean. And all those people are 8 hours behind us, 8, 6, 7 hours behind us. Yeah, because we are near Brazil and all the rest of it. So that's another time zone altogether. So actually France, yes, is a country with the most time zone. And there is another fact that's very,
a lot of facts.
Yeah, there is another funny fact about it, is that France, because the way it's spread all over the world, and even personally, when I look at France, I don't really think about all the islands all over the world, but there are so many. And guess what? Not only do we have the most time zone, but it's a country that owns the most water.
Wow.
Will you believe it? Even though there've been a lot of, as we know, conflicts, and I'm not going to give my opinion on that, whether who's right, who's wrong with Britain.
Water's important, isn't it, Rosie? And we know that everybody needs clean water.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got water. So we got the country with the most time zone and the country with the most water, territorial water. Because as soon as you, and that's the point, as soon as you own a rock, so let's say you and I, Frankie, we own a rock in the ocean, so somewhere, like in the Pacific or Atlantic, let's say we own it, but we got and we call it, I don't know, the Franco, I don't know, whatever we call it, but the territorial water around that rock are huge. And that's where the problem is with France and the Netherlands and Spain and with the fishermen. I'm not going in one direction or the other, it's too sensitive.
So I think we know what Roger is going to be doing next year.
Yeah.
The goals Roger is going to be setting.
Yeah. And then because of Jersey and Guernsey, and that's why the British have got so many, they own so much water. Because as soon as you're on an island, it.
So your goals, OJ, so we can round up. Do you have any goals you'd like to set for the new year? Any dates you've got in mind? So important.
Well, yes, actually, I've got some dates here. I put that on my board. I don't know if you can see it. I've got. Oh, that's a blank page. No, that's not good to have a blank page goals. Here we are. So for the French course, I have to put a date on that actually for the French course. To be there and to add that. But here I put, and you're right. It's so important to put dates because here I've got December 2020. I would like to have a 2022 500,000 subscribers and 2021 100,000.
Fantastic, Roger. That's a
So
massive goal. And
yeah,
I know you can achieve that.
Yeah, and then I'll have to break them down. But what I haven't done, and I'm glad you mentioned that just now, is about the French channel when I want to start it, and then when I want to start only and identify. That's my next goal. Identify my next, and I'm going to use that blank paper
Thank
here.
you so much, Roger, for that. That's great. Please put the date down, Roger, and remember to always look at them dates so you know you're accountable to do them. That's really important. So Roger's just told us some specific dates, what he's going to do, which is important. And you notice how Roger's got his billboard and his whiteboard. You can have even a board like that, a billboard or a whiteboard, whatever suits you. Or a book like what I do and put all my notes and dates in the book. And I always check in with them every single day. So remember, guys, the importance of having goals, put the dates when you're going to achieve them. And you hold yourself accountable to achieving them.
Mm-hmm.
So Roger, thanks for your valuable input. I hope you like what you've heard, ladies and gentlemen and entrepreneurs. If you do, subscribe. Leave us some comments or information, what you feel about what we said. Hit the notification button and you'll get all our information and feedback and what you need to know about what we're talking about. But please, I wish you all the best for the new year. I hope you've had a great Christmas and I wish you all the best for the new years. And remember, we always try to give expertise for your business needs. Please now, get them goals and them dates down because you're going to busy next year. You've got a job to feed and help people. Feed them knowledge and advice. So thanks again, viewers, for watching. Thank you, Roger, my dear friend. Thanks for making this video what it is. Take care and I'll see you soon. And warmest wishes to you all. All the best.
See you next Saturday.
Bye-bye now and thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.